Hello, welcome to Thanks Academy, the podcast where we watch all the best picture winners of all time in random order with random friends. And today's random friend is Aaron Brooks.
Hello.
How random do you feel right now?
I feel, well, I didn't know it was random, but...
The you part?
Yeah, I thought it was...
Well, it was planned. I picked you.
This is a podcast where we draw names out of a hat.
I just went through the phone book and I was so glad I finally found somebody I know.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
No, I mean like what movie we're watching together.
Oh,
the
yeah.
part that's, I think,
random.
Yeah, so what are we watching today?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
And it is just one flew over the... I always wanted to say one who flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Oh, yeah, just one flew.
That's a weird... It's
Yeah.
bad grammar? Is it good? It's fine grammar.
Yeah, I think it's just, it's more of a statement, right? It's, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Who knows?
I guess that's why we watched the movie.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
No, have you seen this at all?
When I was much younger.
Much younger than...
Yeah.
You're 12 now.
I am 12 now, so when I was 10, much significantly younger.
That's a big difference.
I saw it. Yeah, at that point in your life, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
A whole
At
lot.
this point, you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I want to establish the reality that I'm here with a deep-voiced 12-year-old boy.
That would be horrifying.
It's one way to get new listeners.
Yeah. Because we're not going to watch Jack anytime soon. As a 12-year-old with a deep voice.
Oh, that'd be awesome if that won Best Picture. Honestly, the world would be a different place.
I loved that movie. Unabashedly, I loved that movie, and I watched it a couple of years ago, and I still laughed at it. But so I think you're right. I am a 12-year-old with a deep voice.
Well, I mean, okay, did you still love it? Or did you just find humor in it?
I liked it. You know,
Okay.
It was charming, and Jennifer Lopez is in it. And
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
I didn't
Robin
know that.
Williams. Bill Cosby lights a fart out of a coffee can. Like, it's a lot of fun. It's a real romp.
Oh my God, I don't think, to my knowledge, Bill Cosby has shown up in any Academy Award-winning films.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah,
Because that would be a real weird thing. We've already had to deal with Kevin Spacey one time on this podcast.
Yikes.
And
Okay.
yeah, I don't know how many, and numerous Weinstein moments, of course. This is...
You mean Ghost Dad didn't pull in a Best Picture?
No, neither did Leonard Part 6. But I was trying to even think back like to the 60s. He was
Yeah.
doing more like, not serious, sort of serious stuff.
But definitely not like Cosby vehicles.
No.
Yeah.
He was like, before Eddie Murphy got big, he was like, he'd do the Beverly Hills Cop. He did a lot of cop movies.
Yeah.
I think, or a couple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's not talk about Bill Cosby on this podcast.
R.I.P.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Any day now.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
So I do know that Jack Nicholson is in this.
Yes.
R.I.P. And I don't know about any of the other stars of the movie. The only other thing I know about it is that the nurse, Nurse Ratched, is a pop culture icon
Yeah.
of bad nursing.
My mom is a nurse.
Okay.
And I don't know if she'd take offense, but probably. I think it's widely known as like a bad, overbearing...
Mean.
Yeah.
Like if you get hurt in a hospital setting, that's by a nurse.
Yeah.
She instantly becomes Nurse Ratched.
Yeah. Or if they won't let you have your Jell-O or whatever.
Whatever your problems are as Bill
Yeah.
Cosby.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Nurse Ratched is like the universal mean, bad nurse.
And I've never seen this movie. So what if she turns out to be
Just
a delightful woman, just a nice, sweet person?
Just a misunderstood. She's just, I've been working 23 days straight. Like, she's just at the end of her fucking rope.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, well, we're not.
I didn't know if there were wee ones around.
No, not right now.
Okay.
Just you.
Just me. just one. There's only one 12-year-old in this house. But I think you're. But that also, I think, speaks to, like, the power of the movie in that you've never seen it, and yet you know that this character is, like, iconic
Yeah.
and an archetype for a bad nurse.
Yes. And I have read the book, and I
Yeah.
vaguely recollect it from high school. So, like, the outlines of it takes place in a mental institution.
Yeah.
There's some escaping. There's a Native American.
Yes.
That is, who I believe is called Big Chief, but I could be wrong.
I think you're right. Yeah.
But that's like, I don't remember the actual plot.
Yeah.
And I have no idea who Jack Nicholson is. I'm assuming the protagonist, but
Yes.
I don't remember what that particular character is all about.
What I remember about it is that... Should we spoil? Are we spoiling at this point? Or...
Well, no, because, I mean, if you're worried about spoilers, don't listen to this podcast in general.
That's true.
Because we always recap the movie at the end.
To my understanding, he is transferred, I think, from like a regular prison to a mental institution, and I think he kind of views it as like a reprieve. Like, this is going to be a cakewalk.
So he kind of Corporal Klingered his way.
I think so.
Okay.
At least that's kind of how I remember it. Is that he's looking at it from the perspective of this is going to be easier than being in actual jail,
right.
And it turns out it's just, oh, you're in a mental institution.
You can't get out.
You can't get out. Yeah.
Yeah. You can't prove. It's that old Nellie Bly thing. You can't
Yeah.
prove you're sane once people decide you're not.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson has won some Academy Awards, but I think this is his only Best Picture.
It's Chinatown.
Did Chinatown win Best Picture?
I don't know.
I don't
if not,
think
it should
so.
have.
I think it won Best Director.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's not on the list.
That's a great movie.
It is. I think it won a lot of awards, but I don't think it won that one. It might have been because it was up against The Godfather or some shit.
Yeah, probably
You know,
against something iconic.
I'll have to look that up. But yeah, it's this might be the only time I get to watch him. I treat this as if I don't get to watch movies on my own.
Because it's a job for you now.
and once this podcast ends, I never get to see a movie again.
You get to make one a year. So, Avatar 2, what did you think?
Yeah. I can't wait till that wins. But in general, I am a mild fan of Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
I don't. Is there any passionate Jack Nicholson fandom? Do you think?
I mean, I like early Jack Nicholson. I think once he kind of I think he kind of embraces this, that he's like this eccentric weirdo. I'm not a huge fan, but
I think this is the movie where he started. This is pre-Shining, I think, by a year or two.
Really? Okay. So
or maybe not. I should look that up. I don't look up anything in preparation for this podcast. That's what people find so charming, I'm sure.
So he does a movie about, what if it's all just one big universe? Like I don't remember what happens at the end of this, but I'm assuming it's one of two things. Either he stays in the mental institution or he breaks out.
Right.
What if he breaks out and starts writing?
Yes.
And then marries.
Oh, this is definitely pre-Shining.
As a child.
Okay, so this is 75.
This is all just we're all living in Jack Nicholson's universe.
And somehow he resurrects himself after The Shining.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got to do the bucket list.
Yeah.
I died once.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. Witches of Eastwick. That's how he did that. I got it. Yeah.
There we go.
Witchery was involved, and then he was the Joker.
It's
and
all
he died
come together.
again.
It's all come together. Jack
and then
Nicholson.
he was a werewolf.
Yeah. Is Jack Nicholson the Illuminati? Is that what we're discovering right now?
He hasn't made a movie about it, so we don't know.
Seems like a dead giveaway.
All right, well, let's watch the One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
All right. Fantasy films.
Let me just make sure. Yeah, it's the right movie.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. We can edit that part out.
How great would that be if I sat you down and it turned out to be like Caligula? Like just some hardcore porn. And I'm like, no, you can't leave. You said you'd do the podcast.
One Flew Over the Cuck's Nest.
Milos Forman is famous as a director, right?
I think so, yeah.
Boy's Life?
Michael Douglas produced it.
I wonder if it's the Michael Douglas or a Michael Douglas. Because he wasn't like a big deal yet in the mid-70s. His dad was still active, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's You're My Boy, Blue.
Huh?
Right? I don't know, maybe not.
I think there's an old toothless man like this in every movie. I don't know if it's the same actor or...
Say if so, that guy's looked the same since the mid-70s.
Yeah.
Okay, move it up.
But that's Vincent Schiavelli.
Yeah.
From Ghosts, for sure. You know, for a long time, I thought he and Stephen Wright were the same person.
You know, I almost said the exact same thing.
Okay.
I had that same thought.
I feel as well somebody's Catholic.
Yeah. It's got a hickey.
Chief?
Oh, Chief. Got it.
Chief has beautiful hair.
Wonderful hair.
Damn. Chief.
Oh, here's Johnny. He got a chauffeur?
He gets to wear jeans?
Yeah, you know, I watched, what's that Paul Newman movie where he's in prison?
Cool Hand Luke?
Yes. And I was appalled at how nice prison was back then.
It looks so nice. Well, you know, that's making America great again, right?
Yeah, I hope so. We could
Nice,
start
nice
there.
prisons.
Yeah.
100 eggs just laying around. You know? Can't even get one egg now.
You can't?
I don't know. I've never been to prison. I'm making a lot of assumptions.
I'm hoping you can get an egg. Oh, wow. We're in full Joker mode.
Full Johnny Knoxville mode.
Yeah, right? He does look like Johnny Knoxville.
Young Jack Nicholson being a goof like that looks a lot like Johnny Knoxville. Man.
So is he overacting or is his character overacting?
Ooh. That's called the Nicholson conundrum. It has yet to be answered.
Okay. I just watched Girl Interrupted.
Oh.
And I'm going to keep flashing back to that, wondering why there aren't more lesbians in this movie.
Maybe they'll appear.
Maybe. You never know.
It's
We're
pretty
everywhere.
early.
Yeah. Maybe Nurse Ratched. Maybe that's why she's hated.
Maybe.
Homophobia.
Yeah, what was like the footprint of lesbians in like major cinema in the mid 70s?
I think just Jodie Foster.
Okay.
Yeah.
That guy's got a yo-yo back there.
Does.
God damn, boy, you're about as big as a mountain. Look like you might have played some football. What's your name?
He can't hear you. He's deaf and dumb Indian.
Is that so?
Come on, baby.
Can't even make a sound, huh? Ow.
That's offensive.
Oh,
wait,
man.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's offensive.
Lovely, Jack.
Well, you know what they say when you get into a mental institution: make friends with the white people.
Find the biggest person there and ridicule their ethnicity. Yeah. That's what they say.
I didn't know you. Bill McMurphy's mine.
If this is democracy,
All right, all I need is one vote.
It kind of feels like it.
Right?
She just gerrymandered this baseball vote.
but also,
Want to watch the World Series?
I feel like
Now, this could be a big moment for you. Now, you want to watch a baseball game? You want to watch baseball?
there are bigger
Just raise
things
that
they
hand
could be
up. Just
asking
raise that.
for
Yeah.
that could be put to a vote.
Sorry.
How did the rest of them get to wear their own
Gee,
clothes?
old horse.
Yeah.
What do you say? You want to
Or
watch
have a
the
writing
ball game on
implement.
TV? Huh? Want to watch the ball game? Baseball, World Series? What do you say, pal?
He's tired.
All right? Just raise your hand up, Banshee. You watch the ball game, huh? Okay, all right. What about you, pal? All we need is one vote. Just one vote. Just your one vote. That's all we need. Just raise your hand up and your buddies can watch the baseball game.
Nope. You're stuck with Ted Cruz. Yeah, don't.
Remember, don't you? Over the banner. The
Oh,
stars.
don't court the old
Oh,
vote. That's not gonna get you
say
there.
can you the World Series. Raise your hand up, Jim. By the dawn's early. Just raise your hand up. Alright. What about you now, huh? Wanna watch the ball game? Wanna watch the ball game, huh? Just one vote. Just raise your.
He's probably in
Gentlemen,
great
the meeting
shape.
is adjourned.
For
Yeah.
Christ's sake, isn't there one of you fucking maniacs that knows what I'm talking about?
Mr. McMurphy,
Huh?
the meeting is adjourned.
All right, just wait a minute. Will you? Just 1 minute?
You can bring the subject up again tomorrow.
All right, Chief. You're our last chance. What do you say, huh? Just raise your hand up. That's all we need from you today, Chief. Just raise your hand up one time. Show her that you can do it. Just show her that you can still do it. Just raise your hand up all the time.
Is he
you got
mopping?
'em up. Just
Yeah.
raise your hand up.
That is
Will
the
you?
biggest mop handle.
Yes. They special ordered
Come on.
It's like a
a giant mop.
Matt? Chief! The chief! Ah! Chief! There's Ratchet! There's Ratchet! Look! Look! The chief put his hand up. The chief put his hand up. Look, he voted. Would you please turn the television set on? The chief has got his hand up right there. The chief voted now. Would you please turn the television set on?
Mr. McMurphy, the meeting was adjourned and the vote was closed.
But the vote was 10-8. The chief, he's got his hand up. Look!
No, Mr. McMurphy. When the meeting was adjourned, the vote was 9-9.
Oh, come on. You're not going to say that now. You're not going to say that now. You're going to pull that henhouse shit now. When the vote, the chief just voted, it was 10-9. I want that television set turned on right now!
Bye-bye.
Yeah. I wouldn't give him what he wants either. I think she's just damn good at her job, except
Yeah.
for the therapist part. But she's a nurse. She's
Yeah.
not supposed to be a therapist. Who was even in the World Series in '75?
I don't know.
Whenever this is taking place. Let's see, the Orioles maybe?
Backs. Kovacs kicks. He delivers.
Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
It's up the middle of the base hit. Richardson is rounding first. He's going for second. The ball's in the deep right center. Davison over to the cover, cut the ball off. Here comes the throw. Richardson rounding first. He goes into second. He's not. He's in there. He's safe. It's a double. He's in there. Martin, look at Richardson. He's on second base. Kovacs is in big fucking trouble. Big trouble.
You are way overselling the pace of baseball.
Yeah.
Kovacs is trying to throw Burrow. He kicks once. He pumps. He fires.
Oh, they're just letting him out anyways? He didn't even... Why'd you jump over the gate? They opened it for you. He just...
Okay.
There is a startling lack of supervision.
Wait, did he just escape to sneak onto the bus with the rest of them? Oh shit. Wait, why is he taking them? Does he like them?
I guess.
Go to Vegas
Yeah.
with their new blackjack skills. That's funny.
Pick this guy up, bring him back. He never leaves.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, he just fits right in.
Yeah. What the hell?
This here's Candy. Candy, this is the boys.
The Boys, my nickname for a group of grown adults.
Yeah. So what are we learning here? That the 70s were just
Chaos.
chaos?
Complete chaos. So far, we have a criminal who snuck into a mental institution. He's received no formal care. He still has sharp objects. And he stole all of his buddies. He stole a bus.
He kidnapped
This is insane.
12 people on a school bus, and now he's sailing for international waters.
Yeah, he's making a break for it.
And literally the only person who has slowed him down was completely ineffective.
So ineffective.
Just keep watching the tip here. If you get a strike, let me know. Understand? Just keep fishing, guys. Don't call me unless you get something really big you can't handle yourself.
Man, this is a lot of work to get laid.
This
I
is
mean,
so
just
much.
the hardest possible way.
He broke a dozen men out of a mental institution.
And then taught them how to fish.
Yeah, teach a man to fish, get laid.
For what, 10 minutes?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. You know,
On a boat? Yeah, you're not gonna last long.
the motion of the ocean, you know?
But you know, he was already on the bus when he could have just driven the bus away, picked
Yeah.
up his girl, and fucked on the bus.
Yeah.
I just don't. See now. Now we're gonna learn a lesson. Oh, this is.
I'm the skipper of this boat. Oh, shut up. Well, it said it goes straight out as an arrow. You're not going straight. I'm going straight and I'm not straight.
Oh, somebody get knocked overboard?
I don't know. It seems like they're determined to make this lighthearted and fun.
Yeah, this feels more like a zany comedy romp
Yeah.
than a movie about crippling mental illness.
I guess they didn't really. The whole point is that people aren't really. I don't know. I guess you're just supposed to watch with a loving smile on your face as laws and lives are broken. Oh, this is a terrible idea. Fucking Coast Guard.
Goddamn Coast Guard.
Again, international waters.
Yeah.
I mean, like, this is a man who takes huge risks with tremendous power moves for like the smallest stakes he can imagine.
And they caught multiple fish.
Of course.
I think he's dangerous. He's not crazy, but he's dangerous.
You don't think he's crazy? No. He's
But
not
wait,
crazy.
is that? No.
Dr. Sanji?
I don't
No.
think he's overly psychotic. But I still think he's quite sick.
You think he's dangerous?
Absolutely.
Looks like Jeffrey Tambor, but
Yeah.
Well,
he
John,
would
what
be
do
too
you want
young.
to do?
Man, those eyebrows are a solid
I think
3/4 of an inch out from his
yeah,
brow.
they are
I'd like to send him back to
windswept.
Your-
They're almost as bad as her bangs.
Oh, man.
that you have on your staff that could relate to him, maybe understand him, and help him out with some of these problems.
Well, the funny thing is that the person that he's the closest to is the one who dislikes the move.
Well, sure.
That's you, Mildred.
Well, gentlemen, in my opinion, if we send him back to Pendleton or we send him up to Disturb, it's just one more way of passing on our problem to somebody else. You know, we don't like to do that. So I'd like to keep him on the water.
She's taking complete responsibility.
Yes.
All right. Huh? Chief.
This lady has an impossible job, and she's succeeding at it.
And she wants to make it harder.
Yeah.
Chief, this is the spot.
She is. She's a goddamn hero.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Chief.
No, Chief, no. No. Why is this happening? Okay.
This is an unnecessarily long shot. Like,
Everybody take a moment to make sure that we understand that the door is open.
welcome to Steak and Shake.
They was giving me 10,000 watts a day, you know, and I'm hot to trot. The next woman takes me on, gonna light up like a pinball machine and pay off in silver dollars.
What?
What? Do you know how sex works?
That nurse doesn't. Look at her. She believed every word of that.
I don't mind at all. Stretch it, I'm not.
Off to my night gig at Waffle House.
Oh my god. That'd be the only harder job than this.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like this woman is like thriving in the face of adversity. What a difficult job.
I know. She's probably a great mom.
She's what do you think? Just house is just a mess.
Yeah, no.
She just doesn't have it in her to argue.
Yeah.
At the end of yeah, eat a Snickers for dinner if you want.
I'm not a fan of movies where you're supposed to root for the agent of chaos.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where I got truly upset by Turner and Hooch. Like, that movie, to this day, is one of the scariest movies I've ever seen, because Tom Hanks had the perfect house. It was tidy and clean.
Yeah.
That fucking dog
Hooch.
fucked it up.
I've never heard Hooch described as the agent of chaos before, but it makes
Clearly
perfect sense.
is. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Any movie that prominently features a dog,
Yeah.
Beethoven,
A big dog.
a big dog.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Wait, is she going to be in the mental institution forever now?
I imagine having a friend that you convince to go break into a mental institution and probably sleep with an orderly.
That's horrifying.
That's a good friend.
No. Well, which one? There's the good friend and a bad friend. Okay, again, you're just courting disaster. You're snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory.
Just leave through that window.
Could go.
Martini's not a party.
Yeah,
Martini's the first one in line.
absolutely. First one at the party, last one to leave.
Yeah.
No.
How you
What?
all do when I get to Canada.
Guess who's playing Martini?
Who?
Dress on it.
Is it Danny DeVito?
Yes.
Is that him?
Yes.
I thought it looked like him.
Yes.
But it's like, there's no way.
But it doesn't seem like him.
Man.
Oh my god.
A young Danny DeVito.
Fucking killing it.
Jeez. It looks like him,
Yeah.
but kind of.
But not like, yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't like immediately apparent.
Yeah, she'll be
And he never
there.
talks.
Yeah.
She's going with us.
But it also, that's the Danny DeVito quotient.
No.
How likable is this character
Exactly.
on appearance and mannerisms alone? Oh
Seriously?
no. No.
Oh my
Oh
god.
man.
I don't blame that Murphy.
Damn it.
Get these people out of here. Oh, Billy.
Everybody out! Everybody out! God damn it! Now calm down. The best thing we can do is go on with our daily routine. All right?
What the fuck, dude? Why are you blaming her?
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
No.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ. Thank you.
Yeah, that was deserved.
I really hate him.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give him the electroshock now.
Yeah. I like to think if I were in a situation where somebody were holding a pillow over my face, I would thrash about and then just fake being dead.
That is brilliant. I'm glad you pre-planned that. I wouldn't have thought to, and now that's my pre-plan too.
I've thought a lot about dying in my sleep.
Yeah. Being murdered in your sleep, apparently.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think everybody needs to put that on their like checklist, mental checklist. If getting suffocated by a pillow, play dead.
Yeah, fake it till you make it.
Yeah. The fuck? Oh, I think I remember this scene. From the
Yeah,
book.
I feel like this has been parodied
Yeah.
by other stuff. It's Always Sunny definitely has a parody of this.
Well, now we know why.
Yeah.
I didn't know DeVito was in it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice chucks. Damn, no way. Pulling it out of the ground was enough, but lifting it up straight up over his shoulders.
Great Scott.
See, now he knows what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
You don't turn around and say, "Come on, boys,
Yeah,
we're gonna have a
yeah.
party on the lawn.
No.
Everybody bring your tennis rackets." You just fucking run.
Yeah, just go.
Yeah. Okay, now the rest of you, well, I guess they're voluntary.
Whew.
Okay, then. Where do you think they are? Geography-wise.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Got some mountains, got an ocean. Yes, California?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, the end.
Whew.
Alright. Several flew over the cuckoo's nest, really, at the end.
One flew out of the cuckoo's
One
nest.
flew out, and two flew down, I guess.
I guess.
Fell out of the cuckoo's nest.
Yeah.
This is a metaphor for something, right?
What's stuck in my craw is that Nurse Ratched
Yeah.
seemed perfectly reasonable.
She was really good at her job.
Yeah.
Except for the therapy part.
Yeah, she was not a good therapist.
No, not a group therapy leader.
But everything else, there wasn't anything that was irrational.
No. Or mean-spirited, even.
No.
It was all fairly... I mean, a little bit with Billy at the end, sort of shaming him for fucking...
Sure.
I don't know his therapeutic history. I don't know if that's helpful.
But she was smiling, and she was almost as jovial as she was at any point in the movie, while in a neck brace at the end.
Yes.
She was asking people hey, how are you?
Yeah, how was their day?
Man, she gets a bad rep.
Yes. Yeah, Nurse Ratched, we should rehabilitate your image through the power of this medium somehow.
We're gonna go on a crusade.
Jack
Clear
Nicholson,
the name.
McMurphy deserved it. I'm glad Chief killed him. I really.
I'm more glad for Chief than anything. I feel like he needed that.
I think Chief was in a codependent relationship, a budding one.
Yeah, for sure.
And he rightfully ran away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plot recap for those of you who haven't seen the movie. Jack Nicholson's playing a convict who fakes his way into a mental institution. He meets all sorts of colorful characters in there. And has several attempts and or successful breakouts from the mental institution, including a fishing trip.
Yeah. Including an open window that he passes out in front of in the middle of the night.
Yeah. But ultimately never succeeds in escaping. And then he makes friends with a big Native American guy named Chief.
With luxurious hair.
With beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair.
Who's pretending to be deaf and dumb, but is neither. And anyway, at the very end, McMurphy gets lobotomized for attempting to murder Nurse Ratched, who's been fine.
Did her job.
Maybe the situation sucked and they wanted to blame her. I can see that, but he tried to kill her, and so they lobotomized him. Does the punishment fit the crime? It's tough to say. I would say attempted murder. I would just go with shock therapy. Actual murder, maybe lobotomy.
Yeah, I think it was a little heavy-handed.
A little bit.
But we also don't know what he did to get put into the work camp.
That's true.
In the first place.
Oh, yeah, we do. They tell us at the very beginning of the movie. Statutory rape.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. He's a rapist.
I for some reason, when I was watching that, I thought that he was like pitching that to the doctor as like a good idea to show how crazy he was.
No.
But it was actually what he did. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It was 5 assaults and a statutory rape.
Yeah, well, good riddance.
Yeah.
You know?
He's... I feel like the movie wants us to see him as the hero, sort of.
Like a martyr, almost?
Certainly in popular culture.
Yeah.
He's remembered as the hero and Nurse Ratched as the villain.
I don't see it that way at all. No. I feel like there's a myth that's been perpetuated.
Yeah.
And Nurse Ratched did nothing wrong.
I wouldn't put her at hero level, but like she ran a tight ship.
Yeah. What do you want her to do? She's the charge nurse in the wing of an insane asylum.
An insane asylum with almost no security.
None. Zero.
No policies.
No.
They literally put policies to a vote of the crazy people.
Yeah.
And she's somehow holding that bullshit together?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. She did a great... I mean, it's thankless work.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I don't know what it says about me that I'm rooting for essentially the middle management of this facility. But she was doing a fantastic job of managing an unmanageable situation. So... but the plot, the recap was short because this is not an action.
It was a lot of horsing around.
A lot of horsing around.
A whole lot of horsing around.
Yeah. A lot of 70s movies I noticed are like that. It's like, hey, here's some people.
Yeah.
Let's get to know them.
Watch them play cards.
Watch them play cards.
Watch them play full hands of cards.
Mm-hmm. Teach each other how to play cards. You learn a lot from a man by how he teaches someone. But there were some interest. I don't know. But none of these people are in the credits. But Christopher Lloyd is in the movie.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito, who we didn't realize until the last second was in the movie.
That was revelatory because he doesn't speak, and you see him just in like little short bursts, like a mogwai. Like he's just running around and he's happy. And you're like, who is this little guy?
Who is this joyous fellow?
Who's this person?
I looked him up just because I was like, he's certainly been in other things. He's too charismatic, and lo and behold, yes,
it's Danny DeVito,
the great.
Yeah,
late. No, he's still alive too.
Well, when does this come out?
That's true.
Yeah,
who knows? We've already killed off Bill Cosby and Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
Danny DeVito's in that demographic. We might as well let him die too.
Yeah,
yeah.
They come in threes.
Christopher Lloyd's not looking so good either.
No. Man, that movie was like chaotic and weird.
Yeah,
and I don't know if I enjoyed it or not.
I didn't hate it.
But man, it's bleak.
I feel like there's a metaphor that I'm not figuring out, and that's bothering me. It's making me feel stupid.
Yeah.
Is the insane asylum America?
Are we all chief?
Is Chief?
Is Chief?
And are the rest of us patients in this asylum?
Yeah.
And who's Nurse Ratched? Is she supposed to be what?
I don't know.
The Germans? I don't know. What is going on?
Who's somebody who's gotten a really bad rep?
Well, the Germans aren't.
Yeah, that's pretty well. That's documented.
Yeah, so the only things that hospital does, from my point of view, that are truly heinous I mean, you could quibble around like the baseball vote.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
was that fair or unfair? You know,
Yeah.
we're used to living in maybe in 1975 that was like, oh my God, they're fucking with the wheels of democracy.
Yeah,
but I think
yeah.
in 2018 that's pretty mild.
But it was all an illusion.
Yeah.
Because at one point they got the 9 votes that they thought they needed to put the game on.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a full majority, and she knew. Yeah, she was pulling the strings.
She was
doing her job.
she was exactly. She was giving a feeling of control to people who deserved none.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
She was doing her job.
Anyway, so
Man.
the bad people, the heinous things they did were some electroshock therapy out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
That looked pretty terrifying, and then they lobotomized.
Lobotomized him.
Yeah, that's the doctors.
Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean? Who did
Yeah.
come across as comically undereducated.
Yeah. Very, like, they kind of guessed from the jump that he wasn't really mentally ill, and they just let him ride it out and ultimately lobotomized him.
Yes.
There had to have been a moment before he went under where they're like, hey, we know this guy is just a criminal, right?
Yeah.
Oh well, our lobotomizer's already here.
He figures out how to break out and gets a bus and takes everybody on they were going to go on a field trip anyway. He decides to take them fishing.
Yeah.
Steals a boat.
They catch multiple giant fish.
They do very well.
The Coast Guard shows up.
And
that's glossed over.
That's totally glossed over. Like he's in trouble with the feds, and they don't care. But he gets back, and that's when they have their discussion. Like, should we keep him?
Yeah.
Is he really crazy or not? And all the doctors agree he's dangerous.
Dangerous.
But not crazy.
You know who else is dangerous and not crazy?
Yeah.
A lot of criminals. You know, a lot of criminals, by definition, are dangerous.
Yeah. People who come from what do you call it? Jail.
Jail. Yeah.
Jail
Yeah.
is where those people.
There's a whole other place where those people should be.
Are
and it's called
supposed
the
to
jail.
be. Yeah, exactly. But Nurse Ratched comes to his rescue because she says that, you know, he's just going to be someone else's problem then. Let's fix him here.
And she is...
And she pays with her neck.
With her neck. With her supple, unchoked neck.
Nurse Ratched, by the way, not bad looking. I'm going to say it. Yeah.
Not a bad looking woman.
No. Yeah. I just, from pop culture, I'd pictured this hideous troll.
Yeah, right?
This movie is weirdly misremembered.
Yeah, I
in
think
a lot of ways.
You're 100% right. We need to start a campaign to clear the name of hardworking Nurse Ratched.
Of hardworking nurses and the orderlies.
Yeah, and the orderlies.
So they're a thankless job.
Yeah.
Scatman Crothers turns up in this movie. And at one point, Jack Nicholson breaks his girlfriends into the insane asylum because he is, I can't emphasize this enough, fucking terrible at breaking out of prison.
It's easy to see that why he got caught.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not a criminal mastermind. Yeah. So he breaks his girlfriends into prison with like 3 bottles of liquor that like the miracle loaves of fishes turns into enough to get the entire insane asylum completely fucking hammered. Completely hammered, including Scatman Crothers.
Yeah.
Who falls asleep, and then they have a Merry Christmas party, and they bust the whole ward open, and the orderlies who show back up the next day for work are bemused.
Yeah.
They're not mad. They're not like, fuck this job. They're not like, call for backup. They're just like, well, go shower off the inmates and start picking up their mess. All right.
Somebody get the hose.
Another day at the office.
Yes. Meanwhile, the door to the outside the window is just open.
Still wide open.
Wide open.
And it's not like the window to the yard that has chain link fences
No.
around it. It's literally the window, apparently, to the forest that we didn't know was there.
Yeah.
Because in other shots, they're in the middle of downtown, wherever. But I guess on the other side of the asylum is virgin forest.
The chief escapes into at like dawn.
Yeah, it's directly
pre-dawn.
back into pre-Columbian America, or whatever that metaphor is supposed to be.
Man, that was a...
You know, the more I think about it, the more I think I don't like this movie. But not because I wasn't entertained at parts or because the acting was fun.
Yeah.
I thought all the acting was really good. But just because it's just... Why?
Why?
I liked the book. I remember liking the book.
Why did that movie have to be 2+ hours long?
Oh.
And why did the main character have to be so incredibly unlikable and bad at the thing that defines him.
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole
who deserves everything short of lobotomy.
Yeah.
Including getting suffocated with a pillow. That part I didn't mind as much as the lobotomy.
That was was the nicest thing that happened in the movie.
Yeah, that kind of was.
Yeah. Just him getting his face crunched underneath the Chief's giant hands.
Yes. For which he made a giant fake mop.
Yeah.
Here's what this movie beat.
Oh.
Yeah. Nashville, Dog Day Afternoon.
What?
And Jaws.
What?
Jaws was up for Best Picture.
What?
And it did not win. And I contend to this day that Jaws is the perfect movie.
It's great. It's a great movie.
It's 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's fun and scary and humanistic and sad.
Genuinely terrifying.
And this beat it. And I'm upset about that.
Oh, man.
Because the world in which Jaws won a Best Picture is a better world.
Yeah, 100%. It's so good they don't make a Jaws 2.
Yeah, exactly.
They just go, you know what?
I can't say that because a few years after this, Rocky won. And we all know what happened there.
They're still making them.
They're still
making Rocky movies.
Yeah, they did finally stop on Jaws. Well, Steven Spielberg's not making Jaws movies. Yeah. Richard Dreyfuss isn't running around making Jaws sequels, but they're still making shark movies thanks to Jaws. Nobody's making Insane Asylum movies anymore. Well, I guess Girl Interrupted was a much better version of this.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah.
I mean,
much better.
I think it won some awards. I think Angelina Jolie won, but I don't think it won Best.
Was that her Oscar win?
That was her
Best Supporting Actress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it may have got some other nominations, and then there was the only other one I can think of is that Michael Keaton one I brought up. I can't think of the name.
Oh yeah,
which is literally just the fun version of this movie, because the plot is almost. I think I was getting flashbacks to that movie because the plot is the same. They break out, they get on a bus, they go on a little adventure. Michael Keaton's kind of the Jack Nicholson character, and in his world it ends up a lot better. What is it called?
There's another one. It's
The Dream Team.
The Dream Team.
Yeah, and here's the weird part is the Dream Team came out in '89, so just about 10 years after this, but also has Christopher Lloyd in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Peter Boyle, which is fun. And then like Lorraine Bracco is like the Nurse Ratched type. So anyway, It seems like it's almost a parody of this movie, except it doesn't actually parodize any of the scenes. It just does this, but in a fun way.
Yeah.
And it's a lighthearted 80s comedy romp. I fully recommend that instead of this movie.
There's
Nobody
recent
dies.
one called "It's Kind of a Funny Story."
Okay.
And it's based on a YA book by Ted or Ned. I think his last name is Vizzini.
Okay.
And it stars Zach Galifianakis and Emma Roberts and the young man, I can't think of his name.
When did this come out?
2012-ish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is this just when like Zach Galifianakis was in everything still?
Yeah, kind of. But I remember watching it, and it's like a romance between this boy is depressed, and he checks himself into like a mental health hospital.
Oh, I remember that.
And she's there, and they fall in love,
Yeah.
and Zach Galifianakis is there, and but that was also entertaining. What's the other one? Yeah, that one was not bad. I'd rather watch that over this again.
Yeah, this was. I'll never watch this again.
Yeah, same.
I have no. That's an easy thing to say.
Yeah.
No, not Dinner for Schmucks. You're right. It's kind of a funny story. It's a terrible title for a movie because I remember the trailer, but the title didn't ring a single bell.
I remember watching it and going, "Oh, this isn't bad." I mean, it's a rom-com based in a mental institution.
Yeah,
for what it's worth.
It seems like it's the kind of movie that is meant to be rented.
Yeah, or streamed when you have nothing else. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, like you're both bored, you and your girl, and
yes.
It's like, hey, I kind of wanted to see that. All right.
You like Zach Galifianakis? Yeah, I guess. I like Zach Galifianakis. May as well put it on.
It's either this or Fight. So let's watch this movie.
Netflix is a fight deterrent driven business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just watch someone else's problems until we fall asleep.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What else do we need to mention? Billy. Poor Billy.
Billy dies after
Billy kills himself.
brutally breaks a glass and slices his own neck.
It breaks one of the liquor glasses.
The liquor glasses.
Yeah.
After having sex with
Candy,
and her relationship to McMurphy is like, what are they?
good time party girl.
Yeah.
Although he pimps them both out during
Both
the
of
course
them?
of the party and doesn't bat an eye. Well, we get this weird long
Yeah.
close up on his face where he just seems confused as to what he's doing in the movie.
Yeah. Does he love her, or
I don't know.
Is he more concerned about being one of the boys, being a good time guy, or does he genuinely have feelings for her?
Watching this movie makes me feel like the 1970s were a different world that we
Yeah.
can't connect to anymore.
Yeah, between this and the Warriors, it's just pretty.
Yeah, the social mores of this world I
Yeah.
did not recognize as anything that I grew up with or whatever. And I've watched movies now from the 20s and 30s that make the click. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is great. This
Yeah.
feels like it could have been made today.
Yeah,
This-
you couldn't make this movie today.
Oh God, no, none of it.
You couldn't have a 7-foot tall Native American man called Chief.
Yeah, who every time he does something, they play war drums
Yeah,
underneath it.
yeah.
You also couldn't have an insane asylum with no rules.
No rules.
No.
Or we said security cameras.
No, yeah, there's no. Yeah, that's a problem.
Technology has made this movie irrelevant.
Everything has made this movie. I feel like this movie was irrelevant 2 years after it dropped.
Probably, yeah.
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 It just didn't make sense.
No.
And I guess it's not supposed to.
Yeah. Who knows?
Right? It's insane, right?
Yeah.
There was a guy in the movie who was one of the voluntary patients. They make a big deal out of how some of the patients are there voluntarily and some are committed.
Yeah.
And they reveal to McMurphy that he was committed and he's stuck there until they say it's okay to go.
Yeah.
And that pisses him off, understandably. But one of the guys who's in there voluntarily, it's because he thinks his wife is cheating on him.
Yeah.
And that's it. I can't figure out, did he have a temper?
He never displayed it. If he did, I don't.
Just
think
at
they
the very
referenced it.
beginning when they had that very frustrating, poorly run therapy circle.
Yeah, but that's not that wouldn't be a reason to institutionalize someone
Or yourself.
or yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
And he basically spends the entire movie being completely calm, rational, and intelligent.
Yeah.
And a little contrarian because everybody else is a lunatic.
But also, a lot of the other characters in the movie, they don't get into why they're there.
No.
I mean, with few exceptions.
No, most of them don't get a backstory.
Anything at all.
Vincent Schiavelli, who most people remember as the creepy guy from Ghost. The creepy ghost from Ghost.
The creepy ghost.
Is in this movie, and as best I can tell, it's for depression, and I'm only basing that on his face.
Yeah, he is the embodiment of sadness. He looks so sad.
Christopher Lloyd, we're guessing, is in there for being Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
Although he really isn't until like halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
And then when his pants catch on fire, and then all of a sudden, there's...
And they drag him away. His pants are on fire, and they drag him away like he's done something wrong.
Well, his pants got on fire.
Yeah,
That's
lying.
wrong. There's not many rules in this asylum, but not
He's a
having
liar.
fire...
No liars allowed.
Not having your pants on fire is definitely one of them. I do this. I feel like I'm going to walk away and I'm going to think of something that I'm like, oh, I should have said that because that's a smart way to think about this movie. But right after watching the movie, I don't feel smart about it. I just feel confused.
I'm so confused why this movie needed to be made.
Have you ever been in a mental thing?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. We don't have to get into that.
Sure.
Like, even that part of it to me, and I don't have any personal experience, but even that part of it to me felt so foreign to reality that there wasn't even that connection. It wasn't even like the pleasure of diving into a world that you don't understand and kind of discovering what it's like.
Yeah.
Because it was so patently off.
Yeah, it never felt... It felt like this movie felt like it was going in two different directions at once, One is like this ensemble cast of kooky characters
Yeah.
who are causing hijinks.
And who are perfectly harmless.
Perfectly harmless.
Perfectly.
And to the point that you spent a lot of the movie kind of questioning, like, why are they there? Because
Right.
some of them, some of them obviously seem like emotionally unstable or imbalanced, but
Annoying. Mostly.
yeah. But then the other part about it is just this like grim reality of what mental illness could look like. But even that is just like such a caricature.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
It jumps from sitcom style hijinks of a bunch of wacky kooks
Yeah.
to electroshock therapy and lobotomies.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Milos Forman's. I've liked his other movies, so I don't know what we don't. I think it literally is just the time and place in which this movie made sense has gone.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
Aaron, thank you so much.
Thank you. That was a fun ride.
If nothing else, I am so glad we both got to enjoy Danny DeVito
The revelation of
without
Danny DeVito.
knowing it was Danny DeVito. How often does that happen?
He was so joyful and
pure,
jubilant,
untainted by the world,
and flew under the radar to the point that we didn't recognize that it was a young Danny DeVito.
Even after I knew it was Danny DeVito, for the last 6 or 7 scenes, I kept staring at him like, "Oh, I still didn't see it."
Yeah,
he's still like.
It's so strange.
It's like someone else.
It's so strange.
Oh. Do you got anything coming up you want to... This will be out next week. So.
Tune into the Lanolax Corporation podcast at
yeah.
Lanolax Corp on Twitter.
Absolutely. That comes out every day, right?
Every weekday.
Every weekday, something weird happens. You've already heard Pat Dean talk about it. Here's the other half of that bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh my god. Follow us on however you want to. I mean, Twitter's dying. Facebook's evil.
Yeah.
And I'm not Instagram I'm not on. So just
find it.
Find it on the internet. We're all over the place. And please rate us on the internet because somehow that helps. And I'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.